I am an artist. I am also a mother, and this is an integral part of my experience as an artist and as part of my current practice. I work alongside my children to create soft sculptures, which I have affectionately started calling anxiety knots. The knots are made from sun prints that my children create. We go to my studio together and I prepare the fabric, and then I give them free rein to make the print however they'd like. It's really messy, but it's really beautiful. They create these utilizing objects that they have collected from their own lives and experiences. It's things from nature like feathers and flowers and dead bugs, and it's things from their lives like lost puzzle pieces, bags from avocados, and then we leave it to expose. And my favorite part of the process of making these current pieces comes when the exposure is done and the kids and I return to take all the objects off of the print.
Take off the magnetiles. I'm really interested to see. Oh.
And it's really magical to witness because they've made hundreds of prints alongside of me, and yet they are totally inspired every single time by, sort of the remnant that this object has left behind. Those parts of it are really important because the knots themselves are an exploration of the intersection of anxiety and motherhood, and the representation of like playfulness in childhood and collecting in childhood and searching and wandering and taking it all in, and sort of this expression of being carefree alongside the very real anxiousness that comes for many mothers and many parents. I then cut it up and I sew it into these long tubes that I then stuff, and I tie them into these knots that I feel are just really an expression, a visual expression of how anxiety feels inside of our bodies. These pieces were not born of the global pandemic that we're currently living in. I actually started making these pieces well before coronavirus, and they were explorations of a lot of anxiety I had been experiencing surrounding some pretty major health things that we were going through with my youngest daughter. And so for me to kind of see these pieces take on a relevance all their own in the midst of the current climate and kind of representing like some of the universal uncertainty that many of us are feeling has been pretty powerful. And so that is a pretty special element of it.
Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Ginkgo, ginkgo. Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. May